Greetings, this is M squared, and we are going to solve some two-step literal linear equations. Now, just a warning, this really kind of freaks people out because there's not a lot of numbers going on. And so that means we aren't going to be able to combine a lot of terms like we usually are when we solve linear equations that aren't literal. So you have a literal equation when you have mostly variables. And I want you to understand that the steps are exactly the same. So be really careful about that. The steps are the same. So what we want to do is remember our goal is to get x alone. To get x alone, we first add or subtract the thing that's being added or subtracted. We do the opposite. Then we get x alone if there's something being multiplied or divided by doing the opposite as well. So just hold tight and we'll kind of go through these. Hopefully you'll get it. Hopefully you'll catch on quick. So I see my x. I need to get rid of it. There's something in front of it being multiplied. There's something added to it. So I always take care of this first. My goal is to get x alone on one side. If something's being added to it, I get rid of it by subtracting. So I'm going to subtract b from both sides. b minus b is 0. 11 minus b, they are not like terms, so I only have the option of writing 11 minus b. Now I need to get rid of a, because I need to get x alone. It is being multiplied. The only way to get rid of multiplication is to do the opposite, which is division. When I divide a and a, I get 1. So I know 1x is just x. I can't divide by a because I don't have any a's. So that becomes my answer. So in some ways it's a little bit easier because you really don't end up adding anything or subtracting anything. You know, you don't end up doing those operations literally because you're just saying I minused it and divided. And that is the answer. On to the next one. Here's my x. Something is being subtracted from my x term. The only way to get rid of a subtracting k is to add k. So I'm going to add k to both sides. So yx equals m plus k. M and k aren't like terms, so I can't combine them. It's just m plus k. I still need to get rid of the y. It's being multiplied by my x. The only way to get rid of it is to divide. So I divide both sides by y. Y divided by y equals 1. 1 times x is x. M plus k, can't do anything. Divided by y, still can't do anything. So that is my answer. Over here, x divided by b minus n. Remember, I always want to get rid of the thing that's being added or subtracted first. So I'm going to add n to both sides. X divided by b equals negative n or minus n plus n is 0. So 2 plus n. Now I need to get rid of the b. So I multiply both sides by b. It's really important that if there's 2 or 3 or however many terms, you're multiplying the whole side by b. So we want to use parentheses to show that. Not just multiplying the 2 by b or the n by b. The b divided by b cancels out and I'm left with x equals. Now it's okay to leave it like this, or you could use your distributive property and say 2b plus nb. Either way is okay. It doesn't matter which way you write it. We'll just box that one in, but it wouldn't matter if you left it like that. Okay, over here we're going to get rid of this minus b first, so we're going to add b to both sides. We have x over k equals z plus b. To get rid of the k, since it's x is being divided by it, we're going to multiply both sides by it. And this time we'll leave it in the parentheses. And so a lot of times you'll see that the coefficient of a parentheses, the number that's being multiplied or distributed, in front of it to the left. It does not matter though. You can have it behind it at the right as well. That wouldn't matter. It would still be considered correct. So we're just going to leave it like that in the parentheses. When x is alone, you are done. So good luck solving those literal equations. Just think about each step and what you have to do. M squared, signing out.